praise the Most High. Oh, praise the King. Oh, praise Jesus, bro. So I don't be paying attention to, you know, what is going on in like really the political realm like that. I don't pay attention to that anymore. And I mean, I mostly pay attention to like gold and silver, like what's going on there. Uh, just the small things. Highlight of the day though, I got to talk to this dude about Jesus and give him a little bit of my tip because I think it's important when people are on drugs and then they are open about their drug use. Like it seems like you get further, with them. Now just that's gave them my 1 2, and yeah, we talked about Jesus for a minute, and I was like, you look at the just the current situation, and I'm like, and in the Bible it says that the first will be last and the last will be first. Well, we're the last, brother. You know what I'm saying? Like we're like really, we're the last. Like ain't nobody gonna think we're the first. Like we don't even think we're the first. So you know, and when it comes to like silver and gold, how much that's fluctuating and things like that, that's kind of oh my phone's dying. Like with silver and gold, right? Give me that. I ain't playing with you, brother. I ain't playing with you. Give me that. But yeah, when you take into account like what gold and silver is doing, like and that is sick, bro. That is like beyond sick. Um, yeah, I need to get my daughter's name changed. My wife is gonna get her name changed. My daughter needs to get her name changed. I'm pretty excited about that. I'm really excited about that actually. You know, and I don't even think there's. I really don't think I have to say anything to my baby mom. I think that's just gonna be that. That's best interest for her. Um, and again, yeah, like so, my daughter being at my house and her not having my last name. Once my wife gets my last name and my son gets, you know, my last name, then she's gonna be the only one that has a different last name. That doesn't fit. Now I'm thinking about her house, right? Like when she was living with her mom, her sister had a different last name, and my baby mom's other two babies, they have their dad's last name. So Mari and her mom is the only one that has that last name. So, and then like you're like never planning on getting married, right? Like, well, I'm not saying my baby mom's not planning on getting married, but you gave my daughter your last name, and if you do get married, you're gonna take his last name. So my daughter is gonna have your family's last name. That that's exactly why I need to change your last name. That's why I don't think they're. I even have to serve her anything. I think I could just go ahead and do that, especially now that I have sole custody. But yeah, I mean, to these, let's get to the this dude Alex, and I don't know the girl's last name, but I had actually stumbled across the video and it was talking about him, and I guess before he had had he had an incident with the with ICE or whatever. Unless I want people to like stop thinking of the name ICE. Like think of like FBI or DEA. Like give them a name like that. Like give them an actual federal name because people are not they're not clicking that. You're not finna mess with no FBI. You're not finna mess with a detective like that. You're not messing with nothing like that. You're not. You're not finna go press get. You're not even gonna do that to gang task. You're not doing that. I don't know anybody that's gonna do that. I know you might cuss them out, but all that other stuff, nah, bro. You're not doing that. That doesn't even make sense. Why would you mess with a federal agent like that? They're not the police. Like they have way more power. They're damn near like they're a sheriff with more power. Like they can do whatever. Like I don't think people are like really like it's not clicking to them. And then we're so we're so spoiled when it comes to like boo hoo is me. Like they maced us, bro. Like what are you doing? And it's like the girl. Uh, I kind of get the girl, but then I don't because you're messing with these people. Like I understand, like a life was lost, but you're messing with these people, bro. Like no matter how you cut it, like I don't care if you are on the left or the right, you're messing with these people. You're in their way. You're doing all these things, bro. If you want to put yourself in that situation, it wouldn't be there. No, but I think that when you put yourself in stupid situations, you get stupid results. That's what I think. I think you should know better. Like, period. You should know better. Like, what do you mean? You should know better. And then on top of that, you're stopping these people from doing what they're supposed to be doing. And then everybody's hearing, oh, they can basically kill if they want or they need to. Let's keep it if they want or if they need to. That's what people are hearing. If that's what you're hearing and that's what you believe, that's take that for what it is. What am I changing for the new year? Getting closer to God. Um, Dan, what are you? Are you white? Are you black? Like what are you? And we're not talking about ancestors. I don't. I'm not gonna say I don't care, but I mean at the end of the day, that we're where we're at right now. Let's not go into the past. That doesn't matter right now. None of that matters right now. We're where we are right now. Sorry guys, this is made to work. But yeah, no. God dang. Oh, nice. Sorry guys. This has agreed to quit nicotine with me. Uh, okay. But yeah, no. Back to the fact. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I don't know what you're talking about, like ancestors and all that other shit. That means really nothing. How was that? You still ain't answer if you white or not. Like, are you white or black? Like, what are you? Because at the end of the day, if you're if you're putting yourself in that situation, then that's the part that's like confusing me. Like, I'm not even like trying to. I'm not saying their lives are like meaningless or like they didn't matter. What I'm saying is they could have avoided that. And what I mean by that is, so me being black, right? I was raised and I was taught not to talk crazy to the police, and yes sir, no sir, and all the, you are very respectful to the police, so you don't get killed by the police. Now, granted, that has happened. That's kind of history, and that's happened. Now, everybody in my family, I know mine, other people will argue with the police and do all that. I'm not doing that. So, you guys, everybody on here, if you ever see me and I get something happens to me with the police and I lose my life, all you guys can send in money and get the best attorney and get some money back because we're gonna win, or my family's gonna win. I'm not fighting the police. I'm not doing it. That you're not gonna win. I'm not fighting the police. So my family does sell the houses, get the best attorney. Y'all getting chipped out. Period. So if I know these rules as being young, because these other people, right, aren't taught these rules, and you guys are just trying to do whatever, to whoever, and people are losing their lives, you guys aren't really thinking. You guys aren't thinking that far ahead. And again, America is sweet. Like in them other countries, bro, folks ain't doing that, bro. Like the government and all that, they're not going for that, bro. Now France, them people got it. They doing it. Like they can protest. Our protests aren't like that. We're destructive for no reason. Like and we don't have order. We don't have order with our protests. And it just seems like at this point people need to kind of get it together. One, people need to seek God. That's the thing. People need to repent and build a relationship with the Most High. And they need to build a relationship with Jesus, and they don't. And because of that, they don't have. They just have all this idle time. And granted, they'll have idle time anyway. But there's no. Why are y'all worried about these immigrants like that? That's my thing too. Why are y'all worried about the immigrants? Because I really ain't looked into it. I really ain't looked into it though. But how many immigrants has ICE really gotten? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, being honest, how many have they got? Is it like a good number? Like, are we at 1 million yet? I don't think so. Are we even at 100,000? I don't think so. But there's millions in here, bro. Like, there's a lot, and I don't think people are really thinking about it. We don't have that many ICE people. And then the dude that just died, he had a gun on him. Like, I understand you can have guns in protests, but if you and again, this is crazy. This is crazy. He had a concealed weapons permit or gun license or whatever he had, and he had a gun. You were arguing with a a government agents agency whatever, and you're getting physical with them, and you have a firearm on you, what do you think is going to happen? What do you think is going to happen? Even if they see it, even if they see it, I don't know how many men it was, but let's just say it's four. Let's just say it's four men, and they all see the gun. It only takes one. It only takes one of them to feel threatened or to be in fear of of his life to kill you. That's all it takes. And this goes for a this is just a learning moment for you guys. If and this goes all throughout the United States. And this is what my attorney told me. If you feel threatened for your life, if you feel threatened for your life, and you feel like you are going to die, you have the right, God-given right, to defend yourself at the highest capacity. You are able to take life, whatever it takes, whatever it takes. That is what you mean. That is it, bro. I promise you. That's self. Every single state has self defense. Don't let nobody tell you nothing different. Don't let nobody tell you nothing different. I went through the ringer. I ain't did all that. Don't let nobody tell you nothing different. Because they would tell me, like, throughout my whole life and living in Portland, Oregon doesn't have a self defense. That's a lie. I promise you, 100% it's a lie. Yeah, and I mean, I can still own guns and everything. Like, I got all kinds of guns, but I wouldn't walk up to a damn cop or a federal agent and start talking crazy and no, bro, I'm not doing that. You either want to die or you want to go to jail. That's that's what it is. Yeah, it's like the girl in the car. You should have just stopped the car. Like, what you? Why don't you just stop the car? You could have just got out the car. You should have stopped it. And then it's like, okay, it's a whole bunch of weird stuff. All these things, all these situations, and these situations can be avoided. Like, bro, they really can be avoided. Now, granted, I think with the agency, there's so many things going on, and granted, they're trying to do it. They're trying to do a job, but they also have trauma. And I'm not just I'm not just trying to be on their side, but there's a lot of trauma that they're dealing with. Right, right. That's what I'm saying. Because they're not protesting; they're just getting in their way, and then y'all expect nothing to happen to you. That sounds crazy. I'm not gonna. Anyways, yeah, I'm not gonna say that, but I'm. Yeah, I'm only gonna do so much, and that's like when what's the dude's name? I can't breathe. That guy. That guy. So I lived in Portland during that time with a guy that couldn't breathe, that was high and that overdosed. So that guy, right? In Portland uh there was riots for fuck for like a year. Like it was a long time. I was by Peninsula Park because I had got off work, and I was by Peninsula Park on like Ainsworth and like I think it wasn't Albina. Either way, I'm down there by the park. I'm walking and I'm seeing a whole bunch of people just running, right? And I'm like, oh, because this is before I had a relationship with God. I was still a heathen. I was a Gentile. I was in the world. So I got off work. Mind you, I got a gun on me. It's not mine. It's not in my name. This is shit. This is years ago. But the gun ain't mine. None of that. and I'm walking, bro, and I'm seeing these people run, and people are saying that the cops are gassing are gassing people because I guess they had a meeting on the other side of the park, but the park is huge, and I'm seeing all these people run, and then like you're just seeing like random cop cars like fly down the streets, like up, and I'm like, oh man, because I'm like I got this gun on me, it's not mine, I know it's not good, so I'm like walking. I get all the way down to MLK, and the cops had just pulled somebody over right next to the Safeway, and they're just sitting there. My eyes get big. I'm like, oh my gosh, I know they're finna stop me because there's people walking behind me. Like everybody's leaving from the park and they're walking this way, and I've been just like kind of just going left and right, like walking through a little right. Hmm. Okay. But yeah, that's a nice name. But yeah, so I'm like walking down like the dang what's it called, the alleys and everything, and I had stopped by the little church thing, by the little church, and sat on the stairs for a minute. And now, man, I get to MLK and I'm like looking at the cops, and I'm like, man, they finna pull me. I know they finna pull me over. I'm like, I can't hide this. I can't hide the gun. There's no way. Like I know, and I know they gonna pat me down. Period. I know they are. Like it don't look like I'm in work clothes. I just got a hoodie. You know what I'm saying? And then like some Carhartt pants. This lady, bro, this lady seen me, and like she was just looking at me, like she was just like staring at me. She was like, "Do you need a ride?" I'm like, "Yes, bro." She gave me a ride like 4 blocks. Because that's all I needed to go. I just needed to go like 4 blocks. And then she's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good." I was like, "I just didn't want to get pulled over." And she was like, "Did you leave the protest?" I'm like, "Nah, man, I don't do none of that." And she was like, "Cool, I just ride around and like help people or whatever, whatnot, whatnot." And she was like, "Why are you scared of Why are you scared of getting pulled over by the police?" I'm like, "Cause I got a gun." She was like, "What?" I was like, "Yeah." And then she was like, "Oh, what? Oh, this brother asked could she see it?" And I said, "No. What is wrong with you?" Just a little white lady, but you know what I'm saying? I was like I was terrified. But it's things like that, like you avoid the conflicts, like and even when you avoid conflict, stuff can still find you. That's my point. Is I'm not gonna go and put myself in a situation for what? Because I was living downtown when they had like when Trump got in office, that was kind of I was kind of nerve wracking for a minute because I didn't know what was gonna happen. Because Portland is not it's not really red. It's real not right. Um, and yeah, they were doing a whole bunch of protesting down there and rioting and all that other shit. What is how can that benefit? How can it benefit America? Where is it benefiting? Besides you guys just dying. Because I tell you, your name isn't going to ring like that. It's not going to. You basically died in vain. Like you died for no reason. And when it goes down, like once things really start happening, your name won't be remembered, bro. Like that's another thing. Like I don't want my name to be remembered for doing something stupid. Nah, I want my name to live on through my kids and my wife and those things. Like yeah, you know, oh my dad taught me this. Now I do this. Like those types of things. I want to be a legacy that way. But just to be like, yeah, because that's like what's his name, the dude that couldn't breathe. Bro, you were on drugs, overdosed, and then you said you couldn't breathe and you died by some police. Say the police killed you. Say the police killed you. That's how you died. You died overdosing, being choked out by the police. It doesn't matter what, it doesn't matter what really happened. Everybody on here and just heard how I said how you died. That's how I think you died. I don't know how the rest of you guys think he died, but that's how your that's how your name is carried on. Don't die over stupid reasons. Like, just try not to. Just, I tell you, I wish I knew. Yeah, I can't even look into that kind of stuff. And let's get to this one thing that bothers me. It bothers me a lot. It really does. Accountability. People do not hold themselves accountable for nothing. Oh my goodness. It hurts my heart. It like really burns my butt. Because I'm like, I was just talking to my friend about it earlier. And I was, yeah, my aunt, she was, being weird. And she's black. And I got married, and I'm at the church, take pictures and those things, and then I hear just some stuff and all this stuff get back, but oh, I can't even say that. But one thing that really kills me is when people say, not even people, not even people, not even people, but black people pisses me off. When black people say, hold on. Right, and that's why they're dying. That's what I'm saying. That's exactly why they're dying. Like, if you let them do their job and you don't do nothing stupid, you'll be able to live, and you might be able to watch and actually. I like to see people. I like to see cops do their job. And, oh, have you ever seen a SWAT team like bust into a house? It's awesome. It's like the best thing. Like watching it in real life. Oh, it's so cool. Don't let them throw like a flashbang. Yeah, that thing is. Anyways, I'm super excited. But yeah, no. So when black people say it's the white man's fault, no, no, it's not. It is not. Oh, it burns my butt so bad. It like legit. It makes me so mad. No, it doesn't matter what man it is. It doesn't matter what person it is. There has not never been a race, especially a race of people, or a man or woman that has controlled anything that I was planning on doing, except for myself. None. Nobody. Except for me. I don't know why that slave mentality still continues to go, but that slave mentality got it has to die, bro. What do you mean? What do you mean a white man stopped me from blah blah blah? Bro, you sound stupid, bro. You sound like you're on the plantation. What are you talking about, bro? Ain't no white man ever stopped me from doing anything. Not even a man. A man ain't stopped me from doing nothing. And then on top of that, when you say that, like, let's keep it a buck. When you say that a man, a human, another human, man or woman, stopped you from doing something, you sound like a bitch. You don't sound like a man. You sound like a bitch. Sounds crazy. Just saying. Just saying. If that irks you a little bit, you should look at yourself and really look at yourself. You want to say that the white man and kept you from doing whatever you're doing, you sound like a bitch. Sound like you need some accountability. Sounds like you're missing some accountability. Because that's one thing I've never done is blame the man, any person. I tell you, being accountable, I've seen where I've messed up a lot. It's only been me. It hasn't been anybody else. Ain't nobody else get me on drugs. I got on drugs. Yeah, all the things I did. It wasn't nobody else. It was me. I did all those things. People are stupid, man. People are just stupid. And then people always want to blame somebody else for something that they're not doing. Like that's what it is. I'm gonna blame this race of people because I wasted time and I didn't do what I wanted to do, or I was scared to try to do it, or I was too proud to ask somebody for help. All those sound like personal problems. Again, they sound like what you aren't doing. That's the man that's crippling you. It's yourself. It's not nobody else. It's not nobody else. And then again, it's I'm not finna hear it's somebody else because that sounds like a bitch. Right. Damn writers, man. I always wanted to loot, but I'm too scared to loot. Actually, no, I don't. I I thought about it like when I was like in the world and I didn't like have a relationship with God, but then it's like, no, that doesn't even sound fun or like anything. It sounds really dangerous. Again, like that's why I never did it when I was in the world. That sounds dangerous as shit. You want to just break into places and then like steal stuff? Kind of bum shit is. You sound like a bum, bro. That sounds crazy. That's what I'm saying. Even when I was in the world, yeah, nah, bro. Yeah, the price of gold and silver is nuts. You know what people need to do is if you guys don't have a gun, you guys should buy a gun, at least one, and train with it. That's what you should do. I think one of the best guns that you guys should get. Quit playing with me. Quit playing with me, sir. Um, Matter of fact, I can put you in timeout. I can do that. I haven't put nobody in timeout for a long time. Yep, a grown man just put you in timeout. You can hear me, but I can't hear you. Whoop. But yeah, you should get a Ruger 1022. Now those are little tiny 22s. Anybody can shoot it. Your wife, your kids, you, and they last like forever. So I got a 1022. That's wild. You in the pen, but you watching me. You should be watching something else, sir. But yeah, the yeah, I got a 1022 from I think it's 78. It's 78 or 76, and that year is the last year of the walnut stock, and it's like the straightest shooting like year Ruger. And I mean that thing shoot like, yeah, I wish I had it here, but I moved, so I don't have any of my guns here just because I don't know what the rules out here are in Washington, you know. So I have my stuff kind of locked away in Oregon and a couple places. Yeah, it's kind of stupid, but yeah, Ruger 1022. Those things are freaking awesome, and they just run. They run like Glocks. It's weird, and I would say um, get a Glock. 19s are cool. I got a PSA dagger, which is it's a clone Glock 19. Those are cool. I like full size. Um, I have a Glock 22, which is it's a Glock 40, and I mean that's just like a It's like a Glock 17. It's a bigger Glock, just the full size. And it's 15 rounds. Uh, yeah, those things run, they just run forever. I bought that one for I think 300, and it was used. It was a cop Glock. I just bought one just because why not? I wanted another Glock, and then my Ruger. I think I bought that for one. I got it for 140 because I was at I bought it from a pawn shop, and I was talking. I was oh well this and that. This is off, and I can't pull the trigger. I don't know if the trigger works, and you gotta do the whole nine. Um, yeah, because originally they wanted like two. I think it was like 220 or 240. Oh yeah, I got them down to like 140, something like that. And then I want to say the background check was like $10. Like it was cool. Everything's expensive now. It's stupid. Um, yeah, man. If because gold and silver is going up like so much, and if you have not bought in silver or gold, I wouldn't say to buy it right now. If you go onto my YouTube and you look like years back, like when I was first starting YouTube, I was a lot fatter. I was pretty ugly, but I was still on drugs too. Well, Suboxone. I wasn't on drugs, but I was on Suboxone. I was telling everybody to buy silver and to buy gold like years ago. Like I'm talking like 4 years ago, 3 years ago, uh, like 4 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago. I was telling everybody to buy silver because I was buying silver when it was like $20, $22, and I was telling everybody it's gonna get to the point where you're. I didn't think the economy was gonna last this long. Keep it at a buck. I really didn't. I did not think it was gonna last. I didn't, but it has. And I was telling everybody to stock up on water filters, silver, gold, beans, rice, seasonings, just like the staple things. But then I was talking about ammunition, and what are they called? Like they're like radiation tablets. Thyrosafe, Thyrosafe. It's like an orange. It's like a yellow box. So if they drop, say a nuke drops, right? You would take one of those tablets, and it's gonna fill up your thyroids, so radiation can't get into your thyroids and give you radiation poisoning, and you would just pee it out. You pee out all the radiation, all that kind of junk. But yeah. Anyways, but I was talking about ammunition. Buy ammunition because ammunition is cheap right now, right? I don't. That's one thing that's confusing me because I think the brand is AAC or ACC. I can't remember. It's a blue box, and they make all kinds of different rounds, but they are running out of the actual bullet and the gunpowder. And I think the primers too, and they're not gonna make any more for civilians. They're not making no more for us. They're only making it for the military. So if they're doing that and they're only making rounds for the military, it's only a matter of time before all of the other gun companies or ammo companies do the same thing. And because of Taiwan, Ukraine, and Israel, I forgot the number of rounds that they said is going like getting sent over there, but the number is fucking crazy, bro. Like it's the number is crazy. Like easily they could kill the whole world. Like that's how many rounds it is. Like they could kill everybody in the world. Like that's how many rounds it is. And if this just continues, right? It just think about this. This is what got me to where I am, like with everything. If for some reason you couldn't get anything else, where would you be? And this was something that I heard just in my mind. I feel like it was the Holy Spirit, but I mean, that's why I feel like it was. And from that point, that's when I really started to accumulate all these things. Ammunition, that is a must. Even if you don't have a gun, even if you don't have a gun, and you're not a prepper or whatever, just buy a box of 22s. So just a little small, tiny box, like that big. It's a little tiny box. Buy a tiny box of 22s. Buy a box of like nines or a box of like shotgun shells. The reason why I say these things, how spacey they are, uh, but most likely you will run across somebody that has those firearms. Period. Because those are like the most common rounds, or the common guns that people are gonna have. That's another reason why I bought the guns that I bought, because if I ever did, for any reason, I ran out of ammo, I would be able to find more ammo just because they're so common. I doubt I'm ever gonna run out of ammo now, unless I'm like just like doing crazy stuff. But how I calculated up my stuff, I could easily have three good firefights, good ones, like good ones. Well, four, yeah. I'm solid firefights, like for a good amount of time, like going hundreds of rounds. So it's most likely it'll be longer, but either way, and that's not including 22s. Like 22s, I don't know how many 22s I got, but I'm probably at like 15,000 or something like that. But again, I don't look at my ammunition as really defense. Like I don't look at them like that. I look at them as bartering chips and for hunting. That's the only thing. I don't look at it as defense. I don't. Um, and the ones that I do, like the magazines that I do, that's a handful of magazines. And I mean, you get one of those, you're like in trouble, like trouble, trouble, trouble. Like, but that's why I don't. Yeah, I don't never plan on it going that far. Like, I'm trying to be somewhere like off, off somewhere like tucked away in like a mountain or something, like where I don't have to worry about like humans and things, where I can just worry about animals and try to hunt me a bear or like a moose or something. Like that's where I'm trying to be at. Like that's the thing, and the average person isn't thinking about that. But yeah, just get you like a box of 22s, box of nines, a box of shotgun shells, because you're gonna run across somebody that has a shotgun. Period. Always, always. There's always gonna be an old fud that has a dang shotgun. I got a shotgun. Actually, I got a couple shotguns. I got a pump. a pump 12 gauge, and I got a single shot 12 gauge that is technically part my daughter's because it's got a change. You can change the barrel, and then she has a barrel that's a 22 Magnum, and then she has a barrel that's just a regular 22. It's just a single shot little. Um, yeah, I got some nines. I got a 40. I got some 22s. I got some 45s. Actually, I got a good amount of 22s. But them is like pistols and revolvers and like 10/22. And I got a Rossi. The Rossi's cool. It jams a little bit, but as long as you don't skimp on the ammo, um, the 10/22 shoots everything. Uh, I got a 308, and the 308. I never have to buy bullets for those ever again. Like I don't know how many rounds I got. I think I probably have, and they're all what's it called? They're all like bonded hollow points and like you know what's Acu tips or like they're all hunting rounds, and I got I want to say like 200 of them, like probably more than that, and then I got the full medals. I think I got like 100 full medals, but that's just for like sighting it in and stuff. And my thing, I don't think I'm ever gonna shoot that many deer. You know what I'm saying? Like that's passed down to my kids. And that's another reason too that I stacked up on ammo is because I don't honestly I don't think I'm ever gonna shoot through all that ammo. Now I could easy I could, but with how much defense rounds that I have and all those types of rounds, I don't I don't think so. I don't because I'm not gonna use any of that. I'm not gonna use defense ammo for just shooting. No. And I mean, my kids get to a certain age, you know, once they get an understanding like that, they're not gonna be shooting it either. Like my daughter has an understanding, and she's 11. She has an understanding of like the differences and things like that, and which ones that which ones to use, like especially in her guns. She knows which ones to use. Like I always said she got a little she got a little tiny little what's it called? It's a Phoenix Arms. This little tiny 22. It's cold though. It's got a little hammer on it. It's a Phoenix Arms. Look it up. It's a 10 shot 22. Yo, when I say that thing bark. Now I told her to only use the silver what's it called? The silver 22s, which the silver 22s are going to be stingers or stangers. It's either going to be one of those. But I got some other ones too. They're I want to say they're I think hyper velocity, and they're 45 grain, which is super crazy. But they're 45 grain, and them things be flying. But yeah, I mean she knows what to use. I'm pretty sure my oldest he knows what to use. I'm gonna take him to the range for his birthday. It's next month. You know, yeah, yeah. Random fact. Random fact. Random fact. You know, back in the day, back in the day, when they wanted to know if a woman was pregnant, they would draw her blood and then inject it into a rabbit. And if the rabbit died, she was pregnant. Random fact. Another random fact. Another random fact. My baby mom's in jail. That is a fact. Yes, my baby mom's in jail for 2 days. It's not funny, but it is. I'm trying to laugh it out. I think it's funny. I think it's crazy that people can kind of just like weave through the cracks of like the system and it just be cool. Like people don't like really be catching on to like all people's like bullshit. And I think that they need to be caught, or not even caught, but just like handled accordingly. That's what I feel like. I feel like there's so many people that just slip through the cracks, and it's like, like when I got in trouble, I was like stressed out. Like I didn't slip through no cracks, and even I was just talking about this. Even like after everything was like said and done, I still got something because I was fucking off. Like, I wasn't like fucking off like that, but because I wasn't calling and checking in, they were like, "Oh yeah, he's finna be on probation." They put me on probation. Granted, it was bench probation, but it doesn't matter. You weren't doing what we told you to, so you're gonna have to do something. That's what I think. I be thinking all kinds of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I be getting pissed off with people that just be sucking. Yeah. What time is it? Let me go to work. Dang. It's 10. Alright. Yeah, man. I don't know. Fuck. Don't let people gaslight you neither. That's another thing. Don't let people gaslight you. Set boundaries. Always set boundaries. And if you have a person that is not receptive to you setting boundaries, leave them alone. Leave them alone, because if they're not respecting your boundaries, bro. So check this out. So my aunt, right? She would always like she was like my mom, like legit, like raised me my whole life and everything. A whole bunch of nonsense has happened in the last 3 years, since pretty much since I had my daughter, since I like got my daughter back, like pretty much full time. And every time that I would set a boundary, she would break it or she would complain about it. She like I remember this one time specifically. I told her she needs to be back at this time because she has school tomorrow. Instead of bringing her back at, I think it was like 6, she brought her back at like, she didn't even bring her back. It was my sister that brought her back. She brought her back, I think, at like 9 or something like that. And then some stuff just happened, right? Some stuff just happened the other night or last night, whatever. Either way. And I was on her phone plan. Went and got this phone, got a new phone, and she was texting and was like, "Oh yeah, I'm finna go and I want to know, can I get the baby? She's not a baby, she's 11, but can I get the baby for like a visit when I go out there?" And I was like, we haven't talked about what happened, a few months ago, that was never addressed. And she then goes, "Oh, you never brought it up to me," and all this other stuff. So I just sent a good chunk of just response and saying, you don't respect my boundaries, and blah blah blah, like a whole real respectful, and I'm looking in my old phones because I got two phones, two other phones that have all my emails or all my text messages to her. the all every single text message that has anything involving me asking her or setting boundaries or me requesting what I want her to do and what I need my daughter to be doing, not in my phone. It's not in the text messages. So when she went to the phone company, she deleted those. She had them deleted because there's no way. There's no way that I have text messages from you, like a conversation going back and forth in September, but I don't have them in October, and I have them in January. That makes no sense. That means you deleted them, and I know that I know I sent them because I sent that text message that I sent her. I sent it to my dad, and I asked my dad, "Hey, do you think this is acceptable? Like, does this sound cool? Is there any anger? Like, is this to the point?" And he was like, "Yeah." And I sent it to her that same day. So I know for sure I sent her those messages. There ain't no way around it. She went to the dang phone store and deleted it. That's weird, bro. That is weird. Trying to make me look like I'm a weirdo. Like I didn't send. She was like, "Oh yeah, you got my number. You could have said something to me." I have. Don't try to make don't try to make it seem like I haven't said nothing, and then when I say something this time, it's like I trying to make it seem like I'm blowing up on you, but I'm not blowing up on you because everything I send is like very tasteful and it's very mature. There's no anger, you know. Yeah, it's none of that, you know. I work very hard and I'm very patient with my anger now, and I realize that's why my a lot of my family can't really deal with me anymore because they don't get that reaction. I'm not gonna just crash out anymore. Like I have self control and self discipline. Like man, praise the Lord, man. Yeah, I'm 3 days, off nicotine, man. I almost broke today though. I can't lie. I can't lie, but I feel like yesterday was worse. Like the nicotine fits, they go up and down. You know what I'm saying? They go up and down. Yesterday was worse. Today is kind of just like, eh. I'm glad my wife was like, yeah, today's gonna be my last day. Cause I was kind of not disappointed, but it sucks doing a lot of things alone. Like it does. And like, but I mean, again, it'd be kind of my fault too, because when certain things are said, I'll say, um, well, all things aren't to be done together. Some things have to be done alone. I do say that. I do say that often. I don't know if that's just a defense, if that's just a defense for me because I've always had to do things alone, and I didn't have anybody to do with me. So I would rather not think I have support and just focus on, well, you gonna do it. That's one thing I try to like push on my son. Like I try to have him understand that is don't expect help. It sounds bad. It sounds bad, but if if some men ever listen to this, they will understand what I'm talking about. Never expect help. Always think you have to do it alone, by yourself. You need to figure it out. There's nobody coming. No help. But when you get help, it's beautiful. Now, there's always going to be somebody that can teach you though. There can always be somebody to teach you. Just don't be stubborn and don't let your pride get in the way. Always ask for help because there's always somebody to ask for help. Especially when you're among men. When you're among men and you don't have pride, you can ask another man for help. Period. I don't care what you're talking about. That's bullshit if you say anything else. But as a man, don't expect help. Like to get it done. Nah, bro, you need to get it done by yourself. Don't expect help. Now, if you were lacking something, like you don't know how to do something, yes, somebody will teach you. But other than that, nah, bro. Don't expect help. You know what I'm saying? This is last man standing right here. Um, but yeah, I think that kind of like threw me a little bit. I think that's what made me weak at the moment, and why I wanted to get some nicotine, because it was like, oh well, that sucks. And then like, there's always like some stuff going on. Like as soon as I'm like trying to like do something, but again, if you're filled with the Holy Spirit, there is nothing that you can't do. Like you either want to do it or you don't. Like there's no in between. You're either gonna do it or you're not gonna do it. So like again, discipline is discipline is my thing for the year. You got to be disciplined in kind of everything that you do. Because if not, where's it going? It ain't gonna fly. You're gonna be in the same spot. You're gonna be like, then you're gonna be frustrated with yourself. It's gonna be like, why am I in the same spot? Because the lack of discipline. Because I refuse to be back smoking or back on nicotine or something. Now, and this is my thing, is with me with nicotine, is I was doing the little pouches. I can do one pouch a day, maybe two pouches a day, but that's not where I want to be at right now. I want to be done, like where it's not just a habit. It's not just something I'm doing. Now, will I say that I'm not gonna smoke like a cigarette again? No, I'm probably gonna smoke a cigarette again. Probably will. Am I gonna buy a pack of cigarettes again? I doubt it. I doubt it. The nicotine, like the pouches, I don't know. And that goes just for the fact of my wife. My wife doesn't have that strong willpower like that, and I'm just keeping it a buck. She doesn't. It's like so. Sis came out and she was staying out here for a little vacation, and she vapes. Me and my wife, we ain't vaped. We didn't at that point. We didn't vape for like 2 months. This nigga hit the vape, or well, I shouldn't have that. She hit the vape, and I'm like, bro, did you just hit the vape? She was like, yeah. What are you doing? There's no point. You're legit. You're doing it because it's here. Nah, bro. Like that's what I'm saying. Like that's why I can't have nothing. That's why I'm glad I don't do nothing. Like that's why I don't drink. I don't do nothing because I don't have one. I get irritated when it comes to like people and substances. Period. And especially you just do it because it's there. That's that's I don't like that. Just because it's there, like nigga, you've been saying no this whole time. I'm saying the N word a lot. My bad. But yeah, I don't know. I just want to be on the same page. I want me and the me and the missus to be on the same page. I'm glad that she agreed to stop at the same time. But I wanted to truly, fully commit. Like that, that'd be the thing I wanted to commit, and not. But I don't know. Because sometimes I be thinking like both of us trying to stop nicotine at the same time. Like, are you gonna piss me off? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm already irritable. You know what I'm saying? That piss me off a little bit. I'm already punch your head a little bit. But yeah, nah, I don't know, man. Praise the Lord, praise the Most High. Everything will be alright. Praise the King. Y'all have a good night, man. Wildin'.